All right, shalawam. First off, I want to say all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Kodash, double honors to apostles and elders of GMS, to the elect do the work in sincerity and in truth, shalom. GMS precepts here in Nazar Khad. And real quick, I want to get into his article, a few articles I have here. This is from AP News, right? It says America's debt tops 34 trillion, right? So we finally, you know what? Let's look at the debt clock. Debt clock. Let's see debt clock, right? Let's see where we at as far as the debt clock. There we go, 34.7. Damn, when that article, I think it said, I saw one article that said 34.6. So we're at 34.7 trillion, right? Trillion. $34.7 trillion. All right, let's go back to this article. All right, it says America's debt tops 34 trillion, but a commission to address it appears to be dead. So we're in a obviously we're in a we've been in economic turmoil, right? This country, no matter what you might see in the news, where the U.S. is doing, in pretty much worldwide, but the U.S. is doing very bad uh, financially, right? This debt just keeps growing and growing, and that's why that scripture in Habakkuk continues to come out. I always bring this out every, you know, every economic or video I might do. This scripture always comes out, right? Because it's relevant. Habakkuk, the second chapter. I'll just read that real quick. 2 and 6, right? Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. So this is speaking about America, right? It says he continually increases that which is not his, and that's the people. That's matter of fact, the verse above explains it, right? I'll start from 5. It says, Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, which is their philosophy and their ideology, right? They tell you that a man can be a woman and a woman can be a man. They tell you in America you can live by a do what thou wilt philosophy. You can do whatever you want as long as it feels good, which goes into hedonism, okay, which is excess of pleasure, which is according to the scriptures is a it's unbalanced, right? Proverbs 11:1 says a balance. Let me just get it. Let me get it. Proverbs, bad at unjust weight is an abomination to the Lord. There you go. I said it, but I'll get it. There you go. Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is what? An abomination to the Lord. But a just weight is his delight, right? So, meaning there's always a balance, right? If you have a balance, balance is a just weight with the Most High, but a false balance is a what? An abomination. So, if you live with the ideology of do whatever you want and do what feels good, that's not balance, right? Right? The Lord is all about, um, uh, you know, feeding the spirit, not only feeding your flesh, but in America, feed your flesh. Okay, do whatever do whatever feels right. Right? So that's how America transgresseth by wine, right? He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth, right? Neither keepeth at home. That's why America is in every other country and dealing with every other problem but his own. Here it is, we've got all these problems here in America, but yet America wants to give money to Ukraine. They want to give money to the small hats, the 48ers. They want to give money here, right? I think the last money they just dished out was, I believe it was 90 billion, and they gave it to Ukraine. They gave it to the small hats, the 48ers. I don't want to call their name, the 1948ers, occupiers, right? And I believe they gave a little a little bit to Taiwan. I believe is the third country, right? Yet we've got 90 billion. Yet we've got a whole heap a whole heap of problems here in America, but yet they want to be concerned with other countries. Why? Because they have interest in those other countries. All right. Okay. So it says, who enlarges his desire as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied. Okay. But gathers unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. Right. So that's explaining America. All right. To the T. Right. Verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? And that's what the Most High is saying. That's what these other nations are saying towards America, right? Taunting proverb, right? You got nations. I believe a nation in the Middle East they refer to America as they have those chants, DTA, deaf to you know the U.S., right? They call America the Great Satan. You see, all right. Now you've got it where Biden, he just did something. He just tripped up. I mean, he's always doing something. It's like he's doing something every week where he just embarrasses himself, and other countries are looking at him like, yo, this is this is supposed to be the leader of the free world, but their leader is an Alzheimer's patient, man. America has become a joke. They become a taunting proverb, right? Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Now, if you go into the Hebrew, that Hebrew word for clay is a batyat, which means heavy pledges, right? Or debt, heavy debts, right? Since I'm here, I bought yacht, right? What does it mean? Weight of pledges or what? Heavy debts. You see? You see? Is that it? Right. So back to the article. All right. America's debt tops 34 trillion. That's come on, man. That's Habakkuk 2:6. Okay. It is well past time the newly elected speaker in October that was bipartisan commission. Blah blah blah. Right. So get to another article here. Fears about stagflation are mounting in the U.S. It's every central banker's worst nightmare, right? So the outlook for America, especially in 2024, as the years go on, it gets worse and worse and worse as far as the economy, as far as their finances. It's getting pretty bad here, right? This is dated April 25th, right? Fears about stagflation are mounting in the U.S. Is every banker's worst nightmare. What's stagflation, you might ask? Stagflation definition, the economic term or definition of stagflation is in which prices keep rising but economic activity does not increase. The oil shock helped tip the U.S. into stagflation with prices rising 13% a year, blah, 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 right? So that's what stagflation is, when the prices keep rising but economic activity does not increase. All right. Now, I went to BJ's the other day, and shit that used to be one price, I go there again, and it's like every time I go to the store, it just prices just keep rising. I saw one bitch. I was at a shop, right? She was looking at a shelf, and she just like gasp, right? And I happened to walk by her and look at her when she did that, and I just looked at her and just I knew what she meant. She was looking at the prices, so I just looked at her, laughed, and I just shrugged my shoulders, and she laughed. But these prices are getting ridiculous, man. These prices are getting ridiculous. Okay. So the economy's not looking too good. I got a few more articles. Something could break. This is from Yahoo Finance. Let me pause this. Right. Something could break. The Fed risks recession, bank failures if it doesn't cut rates soon. Economist Mark Zandi says, right? So, some more bad news. The Fed risks breaking something in the economy if it delays rate cuts. High interest rates raise the odds of recession or bank failures. If you go to, I guarantee you, if you try to go to your bank today, and try to withdraw all your money, you'd have a hard time doing that. Okay, you'd have a very hard time doing that. That's what they call when everybody tries to withdraw their money from the bank. That's what they call a bank run, because you've got something called federal um what is it federal federal reserve banking or um I forgot the term, but they're able to only keep a certain amount. I believe it's either 1% or 10% of your money in the bank. Meanwhile, the other 90% of the money that's yours, they get to play with that. They get to invest that. They get to give that out to loans to make more money on it. Man, the term's right on the tip of my tongue. Um, Damn, I can't think of the term. Maybe it'll come to me, right? Another one, Fox News. This is from December, right? December, and a few months ago, five months ago. U.S. economist predicts 2024 will bring biggest crash of our lifetime. Harry Dent warns. Oh, shit. Let me pause this. Harry Dent warns an everything bubble will burst in the new year, right? Um, what else we got here? The U.S. may be sleepwalking into a recession as cracks from form in the labor market. This is May 10th now. This is recent. Cracks form in the labor market, top economists say. So, overall, this whole economy, this U.S. economy, is not looking too good. So, but it plays into their plan, right, of creating a situation and having a solution, which it's been said that their solution is the CBDC, which they want to be implantable, which goes into the MOTB, right? You can find that in Revelation, the 13th chapter, right? And this is something we've been seeing through the Spirit from our elders, our apostles on down in GMS. That's what the MOTB is, man. And we can see it. You can see it. Okay, Lord willing, you brothers and sisters are edified. That's it. Until the next show, shalawam.